Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Christian Audia, and with me tonight is Fletcher Port, the Speaker of the Assembly for UPUA. How are you doing tonight, Fletcher?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm excited to be here, Christian.
Good. I'm glad. So let's get it rolling. So first, tell me, what is UPUA, and what does UPUA do for Penn State?
It's a great question, and as a student government, it's one of the ones we get asked the most. We are the University Park Undergraduate Association. It's a long way of saying that we represent the undergraduate students here at Penn State, and we are the leading effort to advocate for student voices here on campus.
Perfect. And how can someone get involved in UPUA if they would like?
This is the right time to be asking that question. This coming Wednesday, we're actually going to have an application open up, so that way any prospective member that wanted to join the org will have an easy way to do so. They'll go ahead and fill out that application, and then we'll be able to review those applications and hopefully welcome in some new members. That'll open this Wednesday night and be open for 2 weeks, and they can find more on upua.org.
Perfect. So what is your role in UPUA, being the Speaker of the Assembly?
As the Speaker of the Assembly, much like our regular United States government, I tend to oversee the legislative operations. And within our legislative branch, that means working to connect our committee members to work with all the different Penn State administration. That also includes keeping things organized week in and week out and making sure that we keep our ball rolling. As the Speaker of the Assembly, I get to have a really unique role where I'm working day in and day out with my committee members and my chairs, but then also work with the executive branch and make sure that we realize the promises that they brought about when they were campaigning just a couple months ago.
Perfect. That sounds like so much fun. And how has UPUA, and especially being the Speaker of the Assembly, really shaped your Penn State experience?
It's been incredible. For the first couple months here at Penn State, I was trying to look around, right, as most Penn Staters do. Find that org that you felt like you went to and were excited to go to every single night. And for me, I found the UPUA and I ran with it. I'd done student government my whole life, but to do it here is just different. When you're thinking about representing thousands of students, you're now talking about something that's bigger than yourself. And so you're going to these meetings where you're talking about things that you'll never see, and you'll be talking about support mechanisms that aren't for you, but you feel so rewarded in that work that you do. And then you hear the stories and the personal connections about how the initiatives that you worked on improved other people's lives. And it makes you want to work twice as hard on the next one. It's really been an incredible job, and I've been so fortunate to find that there's a group of people out there within the UPUA that, you know, enjoy getting to connect with me every single week. I truly think that no matter who you are, no matter what background you come from, the UPUA has a place for you. I'm a mechanical engineering major doing student government work. We have people from every single academic college doing student government work. It's no doubt in my mind that there's a spot for you.
That's so awesome. It gives that UPUA gives a very much sense of community to Penn State students, as well as students who have a passion for government and politics. But for you personally, how did you get involved in UPUA? I know you mentioned previously how other prospective members can get involved, but how did you stumble about UPUA?
Like I said, I did student government my whole life, and I came to Penn State and I was like, you know what? New school, new me. I'm going to try and, diverge away and start to do some more engineering-based stuff. And then I found myself, again, coming back to that, well, hang on, I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the connections. And so I think what I found is a couple months went by, and I was like, they've got an opening, much like the same one that we have right now. So to anybody that's out there right now thinking, I just haven't found it yet, but I'm looking for those people that maybe I could get along with, I definitely think, it's worth going after, because that story, that's a common one. It's the one that I have, and it's the one that I know a lot of other people share.
Great. And for you being the Speaker of the Assembly, what is your biggest goal for UPUA before graduating?
Fortunately, like I talked about it, I've got an incredible team underneath me whose my job is to work with. And this year, we have a unique team in that all 5 of our committees that are within the legislative branch are led by sophomores. And typically, those are roles filled by juniors and seniors. And I'm very big. I've always been big on not just doing things the way we've always done them, always furthering how can we do something better. And when you have 5 people that have never done something one way before, well, that's where you start to see these innovative ideas come about. So my big priority this year, and it's, I think, unique to the people that we have, is to be uplifting them in every chance we can, to always investigate the way that we've always done things and reevaluate if maybe there's a better way to do it.
That sounds so great and so very inspirational. So what have you learned from being the Speaker of the Assembly for UPUA that you hope to use later in your professional career?
I've learned so many things. I think the favorite one, the one that I'll always go back to, is what it means to be a part of something that is bigger than just myself. And there's many phrases that I throw out all the time to try and encompass that feeling of being in the UPUA. I think the one that I come back to the most is that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And so to advocate for 40,000 people, Well, you can't do that just by having a bunch of different people come together every week and try and bring their perspective to the table. It takes continuous work and effort to combine all those voices into one and bring that up to the highest level possible. And what I've seen time and time again is that when we're successful in investing and bringing people together, we can do just incredible things.
Perfect. Well, Fletcher, thank you so much for your time and sharing your experiences with UPUA.
Thank you so much for having me.
Coming up, Jordan and Emma will bring you the latest news from across the nation.